Evil doesn't always lurk in the shadows. Sometimes it hides in plain sight. They walked past it every day. A quiet house on a suburban street. Neatly trimmed hedges, freshly painted shutters. Nothing out of the ordinary. But what was happening behind those closed doors was anything but normal. Inside, a horrifying secret was festering. A secret that would shake an entire community to its core. It wasn't until the awful smell began creeping into neighbors' homes that someone finally called the police. When officers entered the residence, they uncovered one of the most gruesome crime scenes in recent memory. In the living room lay the body of 31-year-old Valerie Johnson. She had been missing for nearly 2 weeks. Her face was unrecognizable, and signs of a violent struggle were evident throughout the house. But the real shock came when investigators found a hidden basement door, a door that led to a secret room filled with blood-stained tools, plastic sheets, and a wall covered in chilling messages written in red ink. The investigation began immediately. Lead Detective Marcus Hill, a 15-year veteran of the force, took charge of the case. His first priority was confirming the identity of the victim. Dental records verified it was indeed Valerie Johnson. She had no criminal history, no known enemies, and worked as a school librarian. By all accounts, she was kind, reliable, and deeply loved by her students and peers. Detective Hill and his team began canvassing the neighborhood. Several neighbors reported hearing loud noises the night Valerie went missing, but no one called the police. One neighbor, however, remembered seeing a dark SUV parked outside the home around midnight, an unfamiliar vehicle in the otherwise quiet cul-de-sac. Forensics teams scoured the home. Fingerprints on the hidden door matched a man named Eric Monroe, a former handyman who had been hired by Valerie 6 months earlier to repair water damage in her basement. Monroe had a prior record of assault, but had seemingly disappeared off the grid. Detective Hill tracked Monroe to a motel just outside city limits. When confronted, Monroe tried to flee, but was apprehended after a short pursuit. In custody, he offered no explanation. But inside his motel room, police found a notebook containing detailed plans of the murder, including diagrams of Valerie's home and a list of potential alibis. The case went to trial in early 2022. Prosecutors presented overwhelming evidence. DNA on the tools in the basement, Monroe's fingerprints throughout the crime scene, and a history of violent behavior. The defense argued diminished mental capacity, citing Monroe's past psychiatric evaluations, but the jury saw through it. After just 6 hours of deliberation, Monroe was found guilty of first-degree murder. The judge sentenced him to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Experts later noted that Valerie's case highlighted a disturbing pattern among certain offenders, using mundane jobs to gain access to victims. The case also raised questions about how communities respond to early warning signs. Neighbors heard strange sounds. Some noticed Valerie hadn't been seen in days, but no one acted until it was too late. Valerie Johnson's story is a grim reminder that evil can hide in plain sight. A quiet street, a friendly handyman, a simple basement door. Sometimes, the most horrifying secrets are the ones buried just beneath the surface. If you found this story powerful, share it. Start conversations. Be the neighbor who checks in. And always trust your instincts. Subscribe to Twisted Truths for more true crime documentaries that uncover the dark realities hiding in the everyday.